Hey guys, it's Elise Jerome here. Thanks for coming back to my channel and watching. This is going to be probably a little bit longer one, so I'm sorry about that. Strap in, get yourself a drink, whatever you need to do. I have my bridesmaid's cup from my best friend's wedding in September. I really want to do a really beautiful, interesting, different glam look. So, we're going to start, as I always do, with the eyes and my MAC paint pot in soft ochre. Tiny bit on the back of my fingernail. Rub between the two fingers and lay it down. Today I'm going to use mostly Natasha Denona shadows. You can find more affordable alternatives. I'm going between one of her holiday palettes from last Christmas, which I do believe are $48 a piece, and the Tropic palette, which is $129. It's a lot of money. I'm not unaware of this fact. I just absolutely love them, and I think the payoff is worth it. I'm also going to incorporate ColourPop, the Cute AF palette. So, like I said, this is going to be glam. And the music playing in the background is, I was thinking like until I figure out how to edit it in, but I kind of just like having it in the background. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, but it's one of my really good friends. His name's Jeremy McComb. He is a country artist from northern Idaho, and he's been one of my friends, really good guy friends for just years. An amazing person, even better musician. Give him a listen. You can thank me later. So I'm going into the Natasha Denona Tropic palette. Oops, sorry. And I am going to go in with Fake Tan. It's in that top middle row. And I'm going to go in with a AOA Studio E104 brush. And just big buff that transition in there. Because I'm going to be working with some corals and some teal colors. So I think it's really important to have a transition shade just buffed in there, just to give yourself some room to work. And before, in other videos, I tap off the excess, like the daytime smoky eye video using the Sephora Pro palette. There's, like I said in there, there's some kickback, and that's okay. I don't really mind if the shadows are a little bit dustier. It's more about how they perform on the eye. This Tropic palette, absolutely not. There is no kickback. It is pigmented and absolutely gorgeous. I am from there going into the Cute AF palette from ColourPop. I don't really know how the color names go, but I'm going to go into this top corally color, kind of burnt orangey, with a Royal and Langnickel crease smudge brush. And place that just below. Every color that I go in, unless I'm doing the main lid, I start by placing the tip of the brush on the outer corner of my eye, swirl, and then take it to that windshield wiper motion across my eye. And I spend an extra minute on the inside of my eye because I just have, I don't know, I guess older skin or looser skin on my eyes, and I get a problem with, and like I said before, it does not matter what type of shadow it is. I've had it happen with Natasha Denona. I've had it happen with like e.l.f. shadows. I will get a little bit of skipping in here. It's my skin, and so I spend a little extra time once there's hardly any product left on the brush in there, just to make sure that doesn't happen, because if I'm going to put all this time in, I want it to look good. Okay, from there, I'm going into the Natasha Denona, it's the O2 Eris palette. This is one of our holiday palettes from last season. I don't know if it's still available. Sorry if it's not. And I'm going right into the middle, into that just gorgeous copper rust color. And almost creating a little bit of a V on the outside, and going even a little bit lower. This is a Morphe R39. I normally wouldn't take the copper all the way across to my inner corner, but for this look, I'm going to. I really want to punch it up and have that color locked in there. Some of Jeremy's songs I love so much, I don't even want to explain what I'm doing because I just want to listen or sing along. So I'm not lying when I say go check him out. It's totally worth it. He is amazing. I am going to go back into that ColourPop and with that same Royal and Langnickel brush into that orangey color and just buff out the top of that so it's softer and more blended and doesn't look quite so harsh up there. See how that just softened everything up and made it like a little bit more gradient and the flow is better to it? That's the main reason that I do that. I'm gonna go in with Glamour Dolls, the whale brush. It's so cute. And they're so affordable. Into the Natasha Denona, into that dark brown. It's called Cocoa. And I'm going to press that right on the outside just to deepen it up even that much more. And this one, when I do the windshield wiper, it's like a short windshield wiper, just about halfway up the eye. See how that gives it just a little bit of depth. Still blends lovely, but just a little bit more up punch. All right, star of the show time. This teal. I apply, it does not matter if they're high end or low end. If it's a shimmer shadow or a foiled shade, I apply it with my finger. I think you get better color payoff and it's just, oh my god, look how gorgeous that is. No primer. It's not necessary with her shadows. They are just that good. I am not lying to you. I am not exaggerating. I know not everybody is a fan of her shadows. This girl, I am. There are very few brands that I am hardcore will stand behind, think they are worth every single penny that they charge. Natasha Denona is one of them. That is no primer down, two kind of swipes, swirls with my finger across the palette, and look at that color payoff. And that stays all day. Does not move. I'm then going to go into the Tropic palette just because I'm doing a little bit more of a glam look, into this Mint Frost. And I'm going to pat that right into the center just to brighten up that eye just a tiny bit more. From there, I am going to tap between the copper and the brown with that Morphe R39 and super lightly, I mean barely touch your skin, in between the two colors and just across the top. We're gonna take a little bit more of that teal out here. Look how gorgeous that is. I'm obsessed. Going back in with the Essence Waterproof Eyeliner Pen. Starting across the front of my eye. And again, I'm not pulling the skin tight. All I'm doing is taking the black out of my 34-year-old eyes. Place it where I want the wing, fill in the wing. It does not get easier than that. It really doesn't. The only thing I struggle with is getting the angle exactly matching. So this is a perfect example. I got the angles matching, however this one is a tiny bit thicker. This is an e.l.f. eye makeup remover pen. I think these things are like $3, worth every penny. Because you can just take it and go right along the edge like that. Now they're the same. Alright, on to foundation. If I'm going glam, I tend to go a little bit more matte. So I'm going to take my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Foundation, the pore minimizing, and apply that all across my T-zone, my forehead, and then out onto the rest of my face. And then I am going in with Flower Beauty, the Light Illusion Luminous Makeup Nude Skin Feel All Day Wear. And this is Nude L3. I absolutely love Flower Beauty. I love that this is a medium to full coverage foundation, and it does stay all day. This one I am going to go in with a brush. It's the Collab foundation brush. And just swirl it around. I just got some in my hair. Okay. Can kind of clean up any mess that you made. I also do my brows after my foundation because I just can't seem to get it down to where people do their brows first and don't mess them up. Maybe I will with practice, but just not me. So I do more of this swirling to spread the product around, and then I'll go back in and kind of tap and press it really into the skin. I'm going to use the ColourPop No Filter Concealer in Fair Neutral to highlight my face. And I'm going to start at the center of my eye, kind of draw out under so I can really carve that out. And go down my nose just a little bit so we can highlight and contour that a little bit, because this is a little bit more glam look. Tiny bit on the edge of the nose. Highlight the forehead. And take my AOA Cosmetics Beauty Blender and blend that war paint away. That is not meant to be derogatory, it's just funny. If it does offend you, I am very sorry. That was not meant to be that way at all. Okay, I am going to go in with the Ulta Beauty Finishing Powder Lightweight Matte Finish. And it is, I mean, it's just white. But I'm going to go in with the flat end of this Beauty Blender. Rub some around and gently press it into the skin. And set that concealer right away. And everywhere that I highlighted is getting that. really lock it in there. Now I will go into my Too Faced Ethereal Setting, Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder, and tap a little bit into the lid. Go in with my beautiful, well-used MAC brush and just lightly set the rest of the face. And make sure I got in all those nooks and crannies when I was putting that powder on. So you can see the difference that powder makes in my under eye. My bags are way minimized and my face is just super bright towards the center, and that's how I wanted this more glam look to be. I am gonna go in with my MAC eyelash curler and my Tarteist mascara. There's no more description on it. And get my lashes popping without falsies. You can add falsies to any look. It's really easy if you just take your time, but I don't think they're necessary, and I just have not been in a falsies mood lately. It's just not been really calling to me. So, eyelash curler and mascara it is. I don't think there's anything wrong with falsies or not wearing them. It's whatever you want to do. Like, I mean, there are no rules for makeup. Nobody can say anything about you wearing false lashes every day if you want to. I did it for probably almost 2 years. I wore them every day to work because I wanted to, and it was fun. Should have a mirror up in front of my face so you guys aren't subjected to the awful faces that I make while I'm putting on my mascara, but oh well. Alright, I'm going to go in and do my lower lash line before I do anything else. I'm going to go back in with that Morphe R39 and go into that very first transition shade, Fake Tan, and really kind of blow out this under eye area. What you want to do when you're working on your under eye, because it is a more precise and smaller area, is just get the color on the tip of the brush, place the tip under your eye, and really lightly, just like you would on the top of your eye, because this under eye skin is so sensitive. Just buff it back and forth. Then I'm going to take a Morphe R41, and I'm going to go into that ColourPop palette, that same orange color that I used, place that slightly closer to the lash line, just to build up my depth. Then a smaller Morphe Y22 into that copper shade from Natasha Denona's Holiday palette, and run that really close to the lash line. Then I'm going to take my tried and true trusted Y21 flat definer, and I am going into that blue from the Aries palette. I don't know if I'm saying that right, so if I'm not, don't jump down my throat. And I'm going to stamp that right at my lash line. Go up under my lashes, so when I put mascara on, the color stays. A little bit more than I was bargaining for, but that's okay. That just punches up the color. Oh, about this side. I have a window right there, and I don't know what my neighbors are doing right now. They're outside talking with lots of arm waving. I'm being nosy. That's what's happening, is I'm being nosy. And then I'm going to go into this champagne color with a Crown C513 tiny little pencil brush, and we're going to highlight the inner corner and kind of bring it down a little bit. Alright, now that the eyes are done, I'm gonna put some brows on. I am trying not to overly edit my videos because I want you guys to really be able to follow along and see what I'm doing. Well, thought my eyeliner thing or eyebrow brush just broke, but it didn't. I may, however, start fast forwarding a little bit through the parts where I'm filling in my eyebrows or stuff like that I don't genuinely think that people want to focus on. If you do want to see me continue to fill in my brows and see like actual start to finish, let me know. Comment down below and tell me. Say, no, I really like that you do the in-depth, or yes, please, for the love of all that is good and sacred, figure out how to edit. I mean, don't be rude though, because that's just not necessary. And I think I've got it down pretty quick. Maybe I shouldn't try and be expressive while I'm doing it. What would hope? I use the Anastasia brow definer in chocolate. Then I go in with a L'Oreal pencil in brunette. Just to soften up that front part, because I have wimpy brows and I'm not trying to get crazy bold brows. Unless I can get them microbladed one day, which I would do. In a heartbeat, I would do. On to bronzer. I'm going into this Sephora number 4, just medium Fiji bronzer. It's a nice, it's not too warm, not too cool. Just beautiful bronzer with a giant Royal and Langnickel powder brush. Swirl it around and kind of bronze up that skin a little bit. Get a little bit of definition. I am going to do a slightly heavier contour today. And then I kind of just warm up the hairline a tiny bit. And under here, because who has a perfect jawline? I don't. And then I'm going to take a smaller brush. I don't know the brand. I ordered this set off of Amazon, but it's got a little bit of an angle to it. I'm going to kind of carve out those cheekbones a little bit. Make it look like I have some. And then this is my nose contour brush. It's by AOA Studios. It's the E103. It's small and puffy and has just a little bit of an angle. And I'll go super lightly into there, tap off the excess, and then I barely touch the side of your nose. I mean, just a tiny bit. I always feel silly doing this. I feel like it looks funny. Okay, for blush, I'm going in with MAC Prism Matte Powder Blush. It's super nude because I feel like I've got so much going for color on my eyes. I don't want to detract a lot from it. And again, this is my same brand as that one I used for the definer on my contour. But it's broken. And I just kind of pat it along my cheek, and then I'll kind of swirl it into my apples. I admire the women that can wear like just a strong blush and they're there for it, they're in it, and I'm like, I don't have the guts. I'm not there. For highlight, I'm going into the Anastasia Dream Kit. I love her highlights. They are gorgeous and just, I mean, stop it. That color choice that you have, I am gonna use my Morphe R36 and go into the shade Regal. That's got that kind of copper tone to it to kind of play into the copper that's on my eyes. And I like to take it, obviously the high points of my cheeks, and then just a little bit around the curve of the eye. But look at that. That's so fun. And because I don't know if there is such a thing as too much highlight, we're just gonna a little bit more. And then I'm gonna take that crown brush that I used on the inner corner and dip back into Regal and go right underneath my eyebrow, just to give it a little bit. I don't know. I'm not great with the strong eyebrow highlight. I'll get there, but. And then I use my finger to highlight my nose. I just like to pat a little bit on the tip of the nose. For lipstick, because this eye is so crazy, not crazy, but so glam, I prefer the nuder the better. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in Milkshake. This is like, almost washes out your lips, but I love that look. Not drying, lasts forever. I love these. And then I'm going in with MAC Fix Plus, the pink light. Because why not? That's what I'm gonna use for setting spray. Shake it so you get all this gorgeous reflective. And setting spray is kind of like highlight to me. I don't really think that you can have too much. I mean, what's the worst that's gonna happen? Oh, your makeup's just gonna stay longer. But anyways, this is it. I messed up my hair earlier, or I would take it down and have it curled and va-va-voom. However, I just went with a high pony and some glam earrings. So I hope you guys like this. If you want to see more stuff like this, let me know. And I said it in my last video, but I'm going to say it again because I want you guys to do it. My Instagram is my name, Elise Jerome 84. Go look. I have makeup looks posted. If there's something you want me to recreate on here, let me know. Drop a comment on there and I got you. Thank you, and please like and subscribe, comment, whatever you want. Share the video, that'd be great. All right, see you guys later.